Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today we'll go over some of the changelogs which have come out for War Thunder since the update has dropped. There was like a big hiatus for changelogs, obviously because the update was being worked on, and now it seems like it's coming back into, well, I suppose, normality. Also at the same time, we're probably going to get some news soon about some April Fool's stuff, so it'll be interesting to see what goes on with that. Enlisted also just just had its major update. By the way, I am also a partner with Enlisted, so if you want a 3% discount on anything over there, you can use the link in the description. A bunch of people have been asking me about that, and also War Thunder as well, so it's just kind of how it is, but let's just say it's a very busy time when it comes to both the games. So if I'm not as available as I usually am in DMs on Discord or in other areas, it's probably because I'm busy doing content and also doing other things. We've nearly streamed 250 hours this week, which kind of gives you an idea of how much stuff is heading up, and that's not including the YouTube stuff or my work stuff, so it's been an incredibly busy month. Anyway, let's get into the changelogs. The first update was 2.15.0.19, and this was actually on the 28th of March, and this was kind of a more general bug fix across the board. So obviously, whenever a major update comes out, you normally have a little bit of a flurry of bug fixes just to make sure that everything is alright and, fixing stuff. Funny enough, with this update, obviously touch wood, it hasn't actually been that bad on the old bug front. The servers seem to be acting out alright. The only bugs I've personally seen over the hours of play I've had is some issues with certain elements on maps like appearing and disappearing. So stuff like the extra rocks that they added in, or the extra trees, how they become visible and then disappear very quickly. But everything else seems to be working alright with the vehicle. The main issues I've been having recently are balance issues when it actually comes to the update. So first of all, with all of the Panzer IVs, including the premium ones, an erroneous element of a strip on the damage indicator has been removed. So it looks like there was some extra damage thing that was going on, but obviously it didn't matter. So that's good that they've fixed that. The Z1007 BIS Series 3, a vehicle I haven't heard in a long time. A beautiful vehicle, but not very useful. A bug with a double displaying of receiving damage on the indicator has been fixed, so you were definitely seeing double when that was going on. The Heinkel, the HE111H3, one of my favorite vehicles, a bug that caused unresearched aircraft to be displayed in the hangar with boxes on parachutes has been fixed. Well, that's a very interesting one. And now unresearched aircraft will be displayed in the hangar without suspended weaponry. So that's quite nice to see, and I think it would be nice to be able to choose which suspended weaponry you see, but it's not a huge deal. The Fiat G91 Pre-Series, a bug with the incorrect number of machine guns in the vehicle card has been fixed. It previously displayed 8 machine guns instead of 4. Yes, the G91 definitely doesn't have 8 machine guns. It is quite nice to see that they are buffing some of the G91s, because especially stuff like the standard G91 R1, it's always been very much inferior compared to the R4. So to see it now kind of get on the level of it, I think is really good for the machine. It means that the parity between premiums and standard tech tree stuff is closer. The F8E, a bug where the pylon was missing for missiles in the suspended weaponry setup. The AIM-19 plus 2,000 pound Mark 84 bomb has been fixed, which is wonderful. And also the MiG-23 MLA, the icon for the GSH-23L cannons in the suspended weaponry menu has also been fixed. So this is really nice to see. I really hope we see that new system that they're bringing in soon. The new loadout system, so we can properly see how that's going to work. They did say that they were going to bring it in after this update, but before the next one, so I'm hoping to see it soon, and hopefully that has no bugs in it. There was also a changelog today on the 30th of March, 2.15.0.29, and they changed a bunch of stuff, mainly just fixing a bunch of bugs that obviously we've seen from the update. Starting with the ground vehicles, The M60 Ambt, a bug has been fixed that prevented automatic distance setup on the machine guns after using the laser rangefinder, which obviously doesn't matter too much, but, maybe against some vehicles, it does obviously help out. The T-55s, the AM1, and also the AMD1, the thickness of the bulkhead in the engine compartment has been adjusted from 20mm to 5mm, so they definitely lost some survivability there. The Type 75 MLRS, the third-person view camera, has been repositioned. The T80U, the armoring of the spare tracks, has been adjusted from 30mm to 20, so obviously a little bit less protection, but probably won't make too much of a difference at that tier. The Makava Mark IV-B, the missing armoring elements have been restored. Well, that would be interesting to see, because the armor on the Mark IV was very different from the dev server to the live server. So we're going to have to test it again to see if it's in a better place compared to before. Hopefully it is, but we'll have to see going forward. The Galba Tash, the material of the whole front, has been fixed from rolled homogeneous steel to cast homogeneous steel, and the ammo capacity of it as well of the coaxial gun from 1750 to 5950, and the AA machine guns from 5950 to 1750. So it looks like somebody just switched those numbers by accident. The LAVAD also, a bug has been fixed with missing info on the max speed of the M247 rocket, so more information is always power. When it comes to aviation stuff, the A4N, the sequence of Shafrir missiles, has been adjusted. We talked about this in the Dateman the other day. The same thing happened with the Buccaneers with their AGMs, and the F-84Fs also. The same thing with their weapon setup, where with their two 1,000 pounds plus HVARs, the bombs were mounted on the wrong pylon, so that's now been fixed. Oh, the Meteor F Mark 8 Reaper, that thing actually got separate bomb drops. That's awesome. They've added that to a ton of vehicles now and made them way more powerful, and they are much better cast elements now, that you can have individual bomb drops, so it looks like more vehicles are getting that and going to continuously, which should be quite nice. The F5A, the name of the modification has been corrected from Flares RWS to Flares Chaff, which is, good, once again. Nice to be correct on that. And the Mirage F1c, the automatic control and damping have been corrected of the vehicle. I know so far all I've heard about the Mirage F1c is a lot of disappointment about the vehicle. And hopefully this is improved. Hopefully, people enjoy it a bit more. And at the same time, if it does not fit the meta, or if it doesn't do very well, just remember that there are those crazy missiles sat in the files that it could get. Same with the J8B as well. A bug has also been fixed on respawning in a helicopter while firing from the forward-firing machine gun position. The message, "Fire is not available during repair," was displayed. I wonder if they fixed that one where the message was just constantly stat on your screen on the dev server. I should probably have a look at that. A bug has also been fixed where air-to-ground radars were able to display only targets in line of sight with the optical system, and a bug has also been fixed where when using a gamepad, it was difficult to lock onto a target in the TV camera of the guided weapons. One thing that I have been told about is, at least when it comes to controller stuff, is the fact that GBUs, the targeting computer used for them, it is too fast, basically. It scrolls too quickly, and this seems to have been an issue for a long time, and hopefully at some point it gets sorted out so people don't have as much of an issue with it. Also, with naval vessels, the MPK Project 12412P, the Strela manpads have been removed from the X-ray view, probably because you can't use them. It would be nice if they actually add in the Strelas at some point, but we'll have to see. On those vehicles, there's a lot of those Soviet machines which have them sat there, but, they're not used, so we'll have to see what goes on. The Kresny Kavkaz, a bug has been fixed that prevented use of the second and third ammo types in battle. Ammo racks of the main caliber turrets have been unified, so that's really good. Now the Kresny will be a little bit closer to how it should be. The SF40 Light and Heavy, a bug has also been fixed that caused sinking when attempting to enable the pumps. So it literally did the opposite of what it was supposed to do. God damn it. A bug has been fixed where a vessel moved backwards after automatic braking to launch recon aircraft with the abrupt stop button. The bug might be observed during and after recon aircraft flight, and destroyed armor plates now framed in red in the X-ray mode, and position of the coal bunkers, fuel tanks, and bulges have been changed in the hit camera to improve the display of the main modules. One thing I do need to have a look at is how this destroyed armor stuff works, because I was playing some destroyers yesterday doing the Memorial Date event, playing some of the British, and there was just some instances where vehicles just went pop, and I don't really know why they did, and same that I went pop. You know, sometimes it was the ammo exploding, other times it was going from 50% crew to 0%, just in one salvo, so I definitely need to have a look into how that stuff properly works. Also, there was a few other fixes, so freezes caused when quitting the game have been fixed. Obviously great, and also if that is something that's fixed, I would be amazed, because that's been a problem with NVIDIA cards for maybe 5 years now in-game. If I play for longer than a certain period of time, I have to crash out of the game. Like, it has to happen. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So that would be amazing if that's fixed. It's not a huge thing, because, you just crash out and you're leaving anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. But it would be a monumental point in War Thunder's history if they finally fixed that bug, because that has been a bug that has been in the game for many, many years now. A bug has also been fixed where in some cases selecting a fighter in ground IB might lead to a crash while playing in the compatibility graphics settings using full control mode. Oh, that's interesting. A very interesting set of circumstances there. And freezes on the PS4 that might occur in EC missions have been fixed. This is great. And then sounds. The sound of the GAU 8 Avenger gun on the A10A has become more distinctive when heard from the ground. I mean, I could already hear it pretty distinctively. Now, there's two things that are missing here. The Puma's engine noises. It doesn't seem to make any. Or it seems to be a very silent vehicle unless it's firing its gun. And then also talking about the Puma, it might be worth reducing the sound of its gun. So increasing its engine sound and reducing its gun sound, because those things are silent when they're on the move. But overall, pretty good changelog. Hopefully we'll see some more in the future. I am going to be playing a lot of War Thunder and Enlisted over the next few days, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Merciless Reaper, Jerry Provolt, Mega Dino King, Professor X1718, Orange Tail, Sakoshi Tiger, Teddy, John Ryman, Universe, Eugens Terry, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, Moxie, B. Young, and Derek R., Barine, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.